In this video, I will show you how to create a landing page in WordPress. I will specifically show you how to create a landing page with Elementor. This landing page is also going to be the home page of my website. Now to create my landing page, I will need the following plugins. I'll use WooCommerce to display my products on my landing page. I'll also use WP Forms to create a request a code form to capture my list. Elementor is the page builder that I will use in this tutorial. I'll also use essential add-ons and premium add-ons for Elementor that will give me extra features to the Elementor page builder. In order not to take my time in this tutorial, I've already created some products with WooCommerce and blog posts that I want to display on my landing page. This tutorial is actually an old one I recorded since last year, but I think it might be helpful, so you may see some editing gaps.
Hello guys, this is Sonic here at Dikupages Web, where I do web tutorials just like this one. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. That said, let's jump into the video.
Now this is my home page, and currently it displays my recent blog post, and I don't want that. So to be able to get rid of this and also customize my home page, I need to create a new page and assign it as my home page. So to make a new page, I'll go back to my dashboard, then I go to pages, add new. I'll just call this page home or home page, whichever name you want to give to it. Then I click on publish again. So the page has been created, but it is not my home page yet. So to make this my home page, I'll go to the back end of my website by clicking on the WordPress logo here. Then I scroll down to settings. Then I click on reading. So under your home page displays, instead of displaying your latest blog post, I'll choose a static page, and under home page, I drop down the arrow and choose home. Home here, take note, is the very page I just created a few seconds ago. So I click on save changes. Now let's go back to our home page and refresh it. All this will go off and you see empty page. So now this is our home page and we have the opportunity to edit it. So now it's time to edit our home page and make a beautiful landing page for our website. So I click on edit and I'll edit with Elementor. Elementor is the page builder we are going to use to design our home page and also customize it the way we want. Before I go ahead to designing my home page, first of all, I would like to make my page a full width. Now if I go over to my home page again, in here, you see that I have some sidebar here which I don't need on my home page. So to get rid of this, I'll go over to settings in Elementor. Then first of all, the title here, home, I don't need it, so I hide it. And then page layout, I drop down the arrow and choose Elementor full width, and then the page will refresh itself. Now let me update and go back and refresh my home page. You see that the page title home is gone and the sidebar too is gone. Alright, so I exit out of here. Now let's design our home page. So the left hand side are the various widgets we can use to design our home page and also customize it the way we want. And if I want to add a section, I'll just click on the plus here, and these are the various structures I'll be presented with by Elementor. So to start designing my home page or my landing page, I go over to add new section, then I choose the double column section. I just click on it, and I go over to height, that is under layout, then I make it minimum height, and I'll change 400 to 600. The next thing I do is add a background image to my section. So make sure you click on edit section, then you go to style, and the background type I go to classic. And first of all, I can decide to use a color for my background depending upon whichever color I want. So if this is the color I want, I leave it like that, but I don't want to use a color as my background. So I go to choose image right here, click on it. I can go to upload files and then select files. But already I have the image I want to use, so I just select it from here, and then I click on insert media. So the image is inserted. Now under position, I make it center so that it will appear well. Then under size, I choose cover. Perfect. Under attachment, I want to make it fixed so that when I'm scrolling, the picture will be static. I like this style. Now going down, I want to add a background overlay such that whatever text I'll be adding here will appear very well. So I go to background overlay, and then under background type, I choose classic, and then color, I make it black. And then the opacity, I can increase it or decrease it, whichever way you want. So I will make it 0.6 instead of the default 0.5. Alright, next thing I want to do is go to elements, then I drag in the header element, and in here I change my text to, next I change the color. So to do that, I go to style, and the text color, I have a color I want to use, so I grab it from here. So this is the color I want to use, so I copy, come back here and paste. And since I'll be using this color throughout my website, I will add it to the existing colors I have. So I'll just click on the plus icon here, and I'll give it a name. Maybe I'll say light green. Then I click on create, so I don't have to be copying the color from my notepad. Next thing I want to do is go back to elements, then I search for heading, then I grab premium dual heading. This feature is coming from the premium add-ons for Elementor we installed earlier, so I grab it and put it under the first heading, and make sure you see this blue line before you drop. So I drop it in here. Now the first heading, that's premium, what we see here, I change it to, and then the second one, add-ons. Now display, it is currently inline, I change it to block so that it will be in 2 lines. Perfect. Now I change the alignment to left. Now let me change the colors. So I go over to style, and the first heading, I change the color to white. So let me quickly add white color to my colors. So I click on the plus and rename this to white. Create. And then the second heading, I change the text color to the color I added earlier, this light green. So I go to global here, then I choose a light green. Now I go over to elements again. Now I grab text editor, I drop it in here. Now I change the color to white. So I already have my white color, so I choose it from here. Now that I have all my text inserted, let me go ahead and work on the font size and then the font itself. So the first one, I go to style. After selecting it, just click on the pencil icon here, then under style, I go to typography, then click on the pencil icon. I'll change it to Montserrat right here, and since I'll be using Montserrat throughout my work, I'll add it to my font family. I'm not sure of the spelling, but let me leave it like that. So if I go to global, I'll now see Montserrat as part of my global fonts. Perfect. And then the size, I'll make it 24. Next, I'll edit this heading, so I click on edit. Now under style, typography, I make it Montserrat, and then the size, I make it 70. And I'll do the same thing for the second heading, that is with foods. So typography, I choose Montserrat, and then the size, I change it to 70 as well. Perfect. And finally, the text here, I select it, and I go to style, typography, Montserrat. The size, I make it 25. So I go to elements, and I drag in the button widgets. So I change the text to learn more, And the button size, I'll make it medium. Then I'll change the color of the button. So I'll go to style, then button, the color. So I need to enter the color from here. I have it here, that is my green color. So I grab it, click here, then I paste it in here. And then the hover color, I'll choose my light green. Okay, awesome. And then animation, hover animation, go. Okay, sync, I'm sure. All right, perfect. I update, we can preview it. Awesome, great. So now you won't see the parallax effect much until we have more content down here below. All right, so let's go back. Now in here, I want to add this form, but the form is not there yet. So I'll leave it for now so that when we create the form, we'll come back right here and embed it. So next thing we are going to do is get our about section. So I'll go to add new section, and they are in 3 columns. So I choose 3 columns. Then first of all, I select this column and change the column width to 25. Now I'll do the same thing in here as well. Column width 25, and the rest of the column will be 50. Perfect, since everything is supposed to be 100%. So I go back to elements, then I drag in the image element. I choose image, upload files, select files, then I choose yellow maze, open, insert media. Then I go back to elements, I drag an image element in here, choose image. Now I go in for cashew nuts. Next I go back to elements, then I grab inner section, drop it in here. This will give me the opportunity to have more than 1 column inside a particular column. So now I'm having a section inside a particular section, and to get that you need to use the inner section. And then I'll reduce the size of the first column, automatically increasing the size of the second column. Now I go to elements and I search for icon. I have it right here. I drag it in here and I change it to building, like this. Select it, insert, and I change the color to one of my global colors, that's light green. Perfect. And I go back to elements, I drag in the heading element, I change the text to about us. Under style, I change the color to my light green. In the font, that is typography, I change it to Montserrat. So now I change the text, the font size to 25. Perfect. And I'll do the same thing to the icon as well. So after selecting the icon, I go to style, then size, and make it 25. Now let me align them. So I select the whole inner section, then under vertical alignment I make it middle. Perfect. Actually, let me further decrease the size of the column for the icon. I go back to elements, then I take the divider and I drop it in here. Now the width, I change it to 15 or maybe 25. I think 40 will do. Perfect. Now I go to style, the color I change it to my light green, and then the weight I make it 2, then the gap I leave it as 15. Next I go back to elements and I drag in the text elements right here. Then in here I enter a little information about the company, so I'll leave this dummy text for now, but I'll change the font to Montserrat, and the font color I leave it as default. Now I go to elements, I drag in the heading so I can put it here, it doesn't really matter. Then I change it from here. I go to style, change the color to my light green, then the typography Montserrat. Now I think the color is rather this green here, which I didn't add to by global colors, so I'll just grab it from here, copy this color, I paste it in here. Now let me add it. Click on the plus icon, then enter green, create. Awesome. So next I go and grab a button, drop it in here, and I want the button to assume this same formatting, so I don't need to do everything from scratch again. So I'll just right click, copy, right click here, paste style. Perfect. So what I need to do is just change the text from here. So let me make a space in here and here as well. So I'll click on edit section right here, then I go to advanced. Under padding I unlink the values, then top I make it 100, and then bottom I make it 100 as well. Perfect. And I update. So our about section is complete. So to get the counter section, I insert a new section right here. Then I change the color, background color, and the style. So I go to classic color, I choose the light green, then I go to elements, and I search for counter. I grab this one, drop it right here, so I can duplicate this. Right click here, duplicate, right click, duplicate. Okay, now the first one, what do we have there? So 100. So this is where I enter the plus, that is the number suffix. So I just indicate the plus to be added. So here I make it 120 plus instead of 100 plus. And then the title, I change it from cool number to total products. The next one, I have satisfied clients, so I select it, so 100 plus, and then satisfied clients. And finally I select it 100 plus projects. Over here I change it to 50 instead of 100. Alright, now let's change the font and the colors. So I select the first one, go to style, and then the text, I choose, the text color, I choose white. Then typography Montserrat. The title, I change it to white as well. Then typography Montserrat. Then what I need to do is I'll copy and paste this style for the rest of. So I right click here, copy, right click, paste style, right click, paste style. Select this one, or I'll rather select the column that is here. Then I go to style, and the border, I choose border type to be solid, and then the color, I change it to white. You see that I have the border for bottom and top. I don't want that, I only want the border to be left and right. So I unlink the values. You see that the border is off. So in here, that is right, I make it 2, and also left, I make it 2. I update, and let's preview. Perfect. So I give it a margin of, a padding of 25 for bottom and top. So I go to edit section, then I click on advanced, I unlink the values from here, top 25, bottom 25, then I update. Now the next thing I'm going to do is insert a section for my featured products. So So I go to add new section, then I choose single column, then I go to elements, search for heading, then I choose dual color heading. I don't need the icon, so I delete it. And then first title, I make it featured, then the last part, make it products. Then in here, perfect. Now I'll change the color for featured. So I go to style, then color and typography, the solid color here, I change it to light green. And then typography, I change it to Montserrat. And then the subtitle too, I change the font to Montserrat. And the size, I make it 24. Perfect. Next I go back to elements and I search for product. I think I'll use product grid right here, which is from essential add-ons for Elementor. I drop it in here. On the layout, I change it to grid, and then style preset, I leave it as simple, and then columns should be 4. Maybe I can go for 5. 5 will be too small. I think 4 is not bad. Perfect. Let's see 3. Alright, I think 4 is cool. Now let's go to product settings. How many products do I want to see? Let me say, I think 4 is cool. So if I choose 5 here, then I go back to layout and also choose 5, I'll see 5 products in a row. And I think 4 is cool. And the number of products here too should be 4. Now here, I don't want to show product price. Now I go to style and I go over to add to cart button styles. The background, I change it to my light green. Perfect. And the hover color is cool. Awesome. Now the space in here is too much, so I'll go to advanced. So I need to decrease the margin, so I unlink the values and the margin, and then top I make it 55 minus. Awesome. And over here I need to create some space, and down here too. So I click on edit section, advanced, I unlink the values, then top I make it 100, sorry, not 1000. And then bottom I make it 100 as well. Perfect. So that everything will look clean. So I update. Let's preview it. Perfect. Everything looks clean. Let's go back. I'll make it 50. Let's see. Perfect. I think it's supposed to be 50. Awesome. Updates. So in order not to repeat the process of adding this kind of heading, I'll just copy and paste the whole of this section, then we can customize it. So I right click on edit section, copy, right click here, paste. Now I remove the products section, right click, delete. Then in here I'll change the text, so I enter our, and then here blog, then in here news and articles. Then I go to elements, search for blog, and I grab premium blog, that is from premium add-ons for Elementor. I drop it in here. Now number of columns, I change it to 3, so that I'll have 3 posts displayed. Perfect. Post per page, I'll make it 3, so that I won't have some blog posts drop down here if they are more than 3. Now query, what do I do here? Okay, I think I leave it as it is. Then I go to featured image, the hover effect is zoom. I can choose blur. Okay, I think I'll leave it as zoom in. Then display options, I don't change anything here. Post options, I don't need categories, I don't need comments. And then author, I don't need author. I only need dates. Perfect. And that's it for content tab. Let's go to style tab. The title, I change the typography to Montserrat. Then the hover color, I'll change it to my light green. Then content box, I change the typography, that is the text here, to Montserrat. And I'll reduce the font size. Let's see, 12 is cool. Now box, I want to increase some spacing in between. So spacing, I make everything 10. Perfect. Then I click on update. Let's preview it. Perfect. I select the whole of this section and I go to style, and the background type I choose classic. And then color, I think I have a color I want to use, that is my gray here. Copy it, then paste it in here. Perfect. Updates. Awesome. And this is cool. Perfect. So I'll go back to the dashboard of my website. I'm already in the WP forms, but you can always go to the WP forms and click on add new. You can also click on add new from here. So with this form, I'm going to build it from scratch so that I show you how you can actually build your form without using the pre-built template. So from here, I choose the name of my form and I choose blank form. So I click on name right here to appear here. So I have email here, then numbers. Take note, our customers numbers fill to phone. So I'll use single line text, and then I'll add another one. Now I have all the necessary fields and it's time to customize them the way I want. So first of all, I'll select the name fields. So the format, I'll choose simple. So I go to advanced options. The size, I make it large. Then placeholder, I enter your name and I'll bring asterisk to indicate that it is required, and then I'll hide the label. Perfect. So email, I select it, then I go to advanced, choose large, placeholder, your email, I think I have it right here with the asterisk. I hide the label. Perfect. Then numbers, I select it, so I make it required, advanced, I change medium to large, then placeholder is, I'll say phone with asterisk to indicate that it is required, and I hide the label. Perfect. I'll do the same to the rest of them. I'll just edit the headings and hide the labels. I'll do that and get back to you. Alright, I have all the necessary fields customized. Next, I go to settings, and under general, this is the name of my form. Then the submit button, I change it to request a quote, and then notifications, the send to email address. Now leaving this short code, my messages from the form will be sent to the email address I used to set up WordPress. So if I don't want my messages to go there, I can just specify the particular email I want to use in here, and then the from email is the same. So if I want the email to be sent from a particular email address, I'll input that email address right here. By leaving this, meaning my email address will be sent from the email address I used to set up WordPress. I'll leave it as it is. And then the subject, new request a quote entry, I think I'll leave it as it is. So this is the subject I will see when I receive a message from this particular contact form. Now confirmations, so under confirmation type is message, and this is the message my users will see as soon as they submit the request a quote form. So let me tweak it a little bit. Thanks for requesting for a quote. Now remove as, will be in touch with you shortly. Perfect. Now click on save. So my form is saved. I exit out of here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is embed the request a quote form at the front page of my website. So to do that, I go to pages, now I go to home, right click on edit with Elementor, open link in a new tab. Alright, so this way I'll embed my form. So I go to search WP forms. I pick the one with EA, take note, essential add-ons for Elementor. I drag it in here. It will not appear until I go to select form, then I choose request a quote. Then I go to style, and then the title and description. Alignment, I make the title centered right here. Then I'll change the color to white. Now I go down to input and text area, that is the fields in here. So the background color, I change it to something gray, just like that. And then next I scroll down to submit button, and then under wave I make it full wave. Then background color, I choose this green. Text color, I choose white. And then hover, the background color, I choose my light green, and then text color white. Now change the text on the button here to capital letters. So I go to still under submit buttons, normal. Then I have typography. I click on the pencil icon, and the transform, I choose uppercase. Perfect. Then I click on update. I'll preview it. Perfect. Awesome. Go back to Elementor. So I go to advanced, then I unlink the values and the padding. At the right I make it 20, and at left I make it 20. It's 20, okay. Yeah, I can make it 30 and 30 as well, and I click on update. You can actually tweak it whatever way you want. Let's preview it. Awesome. So that's it on how to create our landing page with Elementor. I hope this video was helpful. If you found value, kindly hit the like button, subscribe, and also enable the notification bell so that you miss out on future videos. Keep watching, and I will see you in the next one.